Captaineer has tormented me for almost a year now, which we when I really started thinking about it. And then I heard about, then we put together the plan to do presentations. And I was like, I could build my lore. And I thought that, and then completely abandoned the idea for a few weeks. I just put this together last night over
Iconic.
the course of 3 hours.
It already looks good considering you put it together in one night.
Thank you. Okay, so I have one, two, three topics to be talked about. Their backgrounds, like before in space. That one will be shorter than the other ones. It's just too hard to think about all of that for me.
Yeah, it's
There's
complicated.
more stuff for NG because I really don't know what else to put for the captain. Because my brain's like, oh, well, the captain is not really a person, it's just us, so I try to leave it ambiguous.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Besides like stuff that I want there to be that I think would happen, I will see that. You'll see that. Okay. So backgrounds and then my canon storyline from part one and two, and then headcanons that I have, and then answering any Q&As from the Google form or just typed in chat.
I'm
Again, it
so
will mostly
excited.
be NG. I have mm, five slides of headcanons just of NG. So,
Yay.
and I promise only one of them is angst.
Oh, that's 25%. 20%.
Yeah, yeah.
It's too high, but I'm ready. I'll strap in.
Okay. So I think in my head, the first Invincible was like somewhere during our time, like the mid 2020s and stuff like that, because it was like just everything went wrong. It was a failed mission, bad. It was badly constructed. We didn't have the proper technology to make it happen. So then, in space takes place in like the late 22nd to early 23rd century because everything is just like, I mean, it's all fake, but it's all advanced. We don't have that right now, so that put it further, much further. And my canon is basically, well, the Earth is ruined, and we're trying to find a place somewhere else to live, like in the Goldilocks zone. I watched the movie Don't Look Up and Passengers when I was thinking about this specific part because that's basically the premise. Oh yeah, and Wally. I didn't watch Wally, but yes, like Wally.
Don't Look Up is such a sad movie. It's
Oh,
so
I
sad.
know. I know I cried. I
Yeah,
love
me
it,
too.
and I okay. I mean, there is that one route where Old Man Ng's newspaper's like, new Invincible, third time's the charm, but we can put that aside. We don't need to acknowledge that. We'll say
Canon
that
is
universe died.
optional.
Exactly. We can pick and choose. There's so many routes. And so obviously after the first mission failed, the second one is more strict, like it's more taken more seriously. So I just want to make them nerds. You don't go in space and not be a nerd.
It's so fun to just like take all of them and put them as a different flavor of nerd.
Yes, exactly. Okay. NG. I don't know what needs to be put into being an engineer. So I just Googled engineer areas of study. So, but, I think computer engineering, because he had to make the protocols and he said he made the AI, like in the ship. So you need computer engineering to do that. And structural engineering, I think, and mechanical, I don't know. I don't know. A lot of math, a lot of science, a lot of stuff that I know nothing about.
I hate the
But
word engineer because it encompasses such a big,
I
like,
know.
it's such a big range that every time I'm like, an engineer, like, what do you, like, the fact that Mark is like a, what is he? He was gonna be like a biology engineer or something like that?
Oh, I have no idea.
Biomedical.
I
That's
don't,
crazy.
what? I can't imagine that now. I don't
No.
even know what medical would be. That's crazy. Okay. Um, and Angie was obsessed with the first Invincible mission. Like, he had scrapbooks of newspaper clipouts and stuff he printed online about it. He would point out flaws, he would annoy his family by talking about it so much. And he'd say, "Oh, well, I'm gonna work on the next one. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it better." And everyone's like, "Lower your expectations. That's not gonna happen. I highly doubt that's gonna happen." Really rude, but whatever. He was ecstatic as hell when he found out he was gonna be head engineer. Rubbed it in their faces. Very smug.
As he should be.
Yeah,
People are always like that. It's like, no, what if I just delulu myself to where I'm trying to go?
exactly. Manifest it.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Fueled by spite, Miller. Yes. Yes. Very on character. Okay. No clue. No clue. For the captain. I I tried searching what you need to be a captain, but I kept getting, oh, how to be a captain for the Maritime Canada. It's like, no, Ron, captain. So, I don't know. But they would be almost as obsessed with the first Invincible mission, but not about the ship itself like Engie was, but more of the idea of what they were trying to do, of
Nerd
what
X
the
nerd,
mission
for
was
real.
about. Yeah. Just space captain would be selected from the pool with similar qualifications as other leads. Yeah, yeah, that's right. I accept that.
I always kind of assumed pilot, but I don't know anything about what it is to be a captain. So I was like, I don't know. I guess pilot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a team
What
leader.
does
I
the
don't know.
captain even do?
I think our job
What
is
do
to
we
like
do?
make decisions and lead like the crew. So like I guess pilot, but you just keep getting elevated until you're like in charge of missions and stuff like that cuz we're the ultimate decision maker and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
yeah. Man, he needs to give us more lore about the captain.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, the manager. That makes sense to me.
They don't select like astrophysicists for space travel. Yeah, like a manager. Or like I don't want to say CEO. Like a manager is probably the best way to think about it.
You huh?
Pardon?
Cat has a degree in astrophysics?
CAD lore.
Cat lore. What do you even do with an astrophysics
Yeah, what
degree?
do you do with an astrophysics
That
degree?
might be enlightening for for the
Oh
captain.
yeah, yeah, spill. Yes, yes, join the Van Queen. I always forget that Brian May is an astrophysicist. Would do is research or teaching or be a patent officer. Project manager. What does a project manager do? Ninja Brian?
Is anybody out here using their degrees that they got?
I'm sadly not using my certificates. I'm waiting to get here back from Walmart.
Hey, if it keeps you alive, it keeps you alive, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm getting my computer animation degree. Hopefully I get a chance to use it.
Yes. The only person I know who used their education was my dad, but he was culinary arts degree.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
My mom has a data analytics degree, so that's what she does.
Ooh, that sounds cool. Wrangling other people to get their tasks done mostly, maintaining documentation about the tasks they get done. That
Yeah,
sounds like a captain. That
that
sounds like a
sounds
captain would
exactly,
do.
yeah.
That sounds like what a captain would do. You're the captain of the server then.
Hell yeah. Kaz is our engineer.
Yes.
Hey, we could be co-captains.
Yeah, co-captains.
I love my captain self-insert, but every day that passes, they're more vague. Like they're more like the captain, like the viewer insert and stuff.
Yeah. I don't even have an insert. I just write like, oh yeah, this is a character. This is the captain,
Yeah,
not a self-insert.
yeah. I made a
SIs.
playlist of mine, like my route that I took.
Ooh, I should do that.
I'm going in there. Yeah. Hey, that's valid. We all
That's
love a
valid.
Mary Sue. Mary Sues are
Yeah.
underrated.
Mary Sue's are underrated. We need more of them.
Enrichment.
Yes. Stop eating wicker. No, you're biting my shoes. Go, get out of my shoes. I sprayed her. She just stared at me.
Like, how dare you?
Yes, baby crimes. You're eating my shoes. They say you're innocent. You just went back to biting shoes.
This is what I have to say to that.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, that's her right to eat my shoes. She ran over. I pointed my finger at her, and she just stood up and licked my finger. So it had no effect.
I've heard that animals don't understand what pointing is.
Yeah, she does. I don't. She doesn't. She doesn't look at things I point at. Okay. 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 Okay.
Lock in.
Lock in. Random headcanon. I just think the captain is a vegetarian. Very environmentally aware, absolutely gutted at the state of the earth. I don't want to say they're a tree hugger, but
I like that idea.
in that vein, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Oh
Yeah, yeah,
my
they
god.
would be. Okay. I'm not good at any of thinking about what they had to do to get into the Invincible 2, like work in there. I just think that a lot happened and it took 2.5 years. Okay, so they did like meet when they were working towards the mission, like doing all the preparation, blah 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 stuff. Um, but then like in the last 2 months, they split off. Like all the engineers went to work to bless you. All the engineers went off to work together. All like the people who worked in the ADS went off to work together, like all of that. Bless you. So then, um, Angie thought that the captain like dropped out because that would happen a bit. People crack under the pressure and the reality of, oh my God, I'm going to be in space and in charge of this department or working in this department and the calling depends on me and then just crack. That's what NG thought happened with the captain. Why would someone drop out that late? I don't know. It just happened. Exactly. Better to crack before you crack on the ship. Bless you. My cat's sneezing. Continued. So NG calls the ship his pride and joy, his baby. Blah. But I don't. He couldn't have built the entirety of ship by hand himself. Only I built the ship. No, I do think he had a lot of input into like the blueprint and the design and the structure of the ship because of what happened with the first one, and then he had a lot to say. Oh yeah, I remember that.
I mean, that makes sense to me that it's more of like his brain baby and he does a lot of it. Because I assume he has, like, he's head engineer, but I assume there's other engineers that, like, help him, like, he's their boss.
Yeah,
Um,
he's like the boss of them, and he's made the head engineer because of all the work he put into helping make the ship, like with the blueprints and
yeah. I like to
the
imagine,
flaws.
too, that he's very much that I'll do it myself, like he's so dedicated to the work that he, like, runs himself ragged and he's like, I got it. Like,
Uh-huh. That definitely happens.
they have to be like, boss, you gotta let us help you. Like,
Mm-hmm. I love that. Ghosty, I love that. The AI is his baby because he did make that. So
and the computer AI is so sassy, too.
I know. I love them. And I love them because they're voiced by the Curse Scott guy.
Who?
The Curse Scott, like they make a lot of videos explaining I've only watched the ones where they explain like space and like the universe and like black holes and stuff.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. How did I never
It's really
know about
interesting.
that?
I love their videos. They did have a lot of space videos and they're really cool. So, does NG know everything like the back of his hand? Yes. Did he build the ship himself? No, as much as he wanted to, which is why he's the head engineer. Wait, people. NG has to be stubborn because
Oh yeah.
they said that he put in
Yeah.
all the windows in the ship. So, I mean, Celsi obviously has a big opinion on that, and I think other people did too, but he just railroaded his way into putting all the windows in.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if that's why they're both really hard headed, you know?
Yeah, the aesthetics, he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to fight for it.
I could just imagine him getting uh mad. Like how when he switched from Mac to Mark,
Mhm.
and he was like in the middle. He was like, my ship. Like I could see him going on a similar tirade, being like, "This is my ship. Like I'm gonna put the windows on it." Like,
Yeah. It definitely went to his head that a lot of his ideas were put in place
oh, I'm
with the
sure.
Invincible 2. So, Mac is Mark's more intrusive thoughts.
Oh, that's an interesting take.
I like that. I like that. I can accept that. Yes. I like that, Ghosty. Mac is a little devil on Engie's shoulder, wearing a red version of the engineer jumpsuit with little devil horns. I love that. I'm imagining it, and it's a really cute picture. I like that.
Yeah, like someone should draw it or something. Like just
I
him.
love.
Some people really like Mac. I saw that Tumblr post that was like Mac would have really specific costumes. Like he would dress up as Jean Jacket from Nope.
If people do like Mac, I've seen fanfics of it when I'm looking through the in space tag.
Oh, that's cool. He seems very silly.
Hmm. Celsius is the angel of common sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mac is the devil, Celsius the angel, and Mark ignores both of them.
And then the captain is all of them, like a little triangle on their shoulder, and then the other two on the other shoulder. Like just trying to balance everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Captain's in the middle with the headache foreman. Yes. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, this is canon, but the captain consistently wears a helmet and the gloves and a full body jumpsuit. Nothing is showing. I don't know why. I haven't figured that out yet. So no one knows what they look like the captain.
I love Faceless Captain. It's so good.
Yes. I love it too. I mean, obviously they're still a great leader, considering how we see the crew react when we walk on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bye, Ghosty. Okay. Although, in a similar vein to Mark, the captain is single-minded and self-absorbed. Everything they do is just another step towards completing the mission. Because we think we have to be there when we walk onto the planet, so nothing can happen to us, which is why NG like all the sins in space one.
I
With we
love
don't think about how it affects him because we're just thinking about us.
I love like stubborn, like no nonsense captain that's like
Yeah.
softened by Mark, like made to
Yes,
be more
that's
silly.
exactly. Yeah. I know. I don't want to keep tossing him in there.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 This is where it starts. Okay. This is where I rambled for a bit when I was typing. Engie and the captain aren't the only ones affected by the wormhole and the time loops and all of that. The crew does experience it, but not at the same time as the captain and the NG do. They are both the anomalies that trigger the other crew members' loops because NG is because he built the warp core. Captain is because they're the ones who keep universe hopping. So they're both anomalies and they both, well, they're both just the switch. Well, whatever. NG is a more severe anomaly, made the whole thing. But the captain is the one branching off the timeline, like how it was shown in the Loki. The timelines were already there, they were established, but the captain, by universe hopping, was bridging them together. Because we do see the other versions of NG in the wormhole. More in part 2, which I'll talk about in later slides. NG is just the constant, the one who built the machine. The captain is the bridge for all the universe because of the universe hop.
They so perfectly complement each other, and like either end of the catastrophe, like cannot have
Hmm.
one without the other. Like
Yes, exactly. Does Mark have a interpretation
at
of
this point, I have
why?
no idea. Like
I don't know.
genuinely, I do 100% believe that to be true. Like
Yeah, this will be right, but like, he doesn't think about the multiverse. Oh yeah, no, I don't think he does. I don't think he thinks about the multiverse like we're thinking about it. Get off the hot plate. He's being
yeah, I
bad.
just generally see it as like a mess. Like just a whole big knot of timelines, and it's like just a
Yeah.
disaster.
Hmm.
The lore.
The Lord. Rewatching. I didn't rewatch um Loki, but I watched um YouTube clips from like of the TV and the way they explain the timeline, which is really what I put a lot of into my canon.
Mm-hmm. No, and that makes sense. I've seen that, and I like using that for this. Like, it
Yeah.
would explain. The TVA feels similar to me as the Universal Stability
Same.
Agency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun to think about the multiverse and how Engie and the Captain are the ones who really kick that off, but also it hurts my brain.
Well, yeah, and also the idea that they're like the constant and they'll always find each other. Like, stop.
Yes, that is because in the other universes there's always an NG and there's always a captain, and NG always knows the captain in every universe.
Oh my god.
Like even I
Crying.
think in the one where we see He Who, I think He Who knows us still.
Interesting. Like his fucking like caretaker. Like you were keeping him like a zoo.
Yeah,
It actually does seem sweet though to like bring him. I don't know much about He Who, but like the idea of like bringing him food and stuff like that.
I know. Oh my God,
Just like an unlikely friendship.
I love He Who. You went in the sink. Your paws are wet for because of you. What the thing talk about like the difference between bodies and souls when traversing the multiverse. Yes.
Oh my god. This is
I
we're
mean,
already
obviously,
getting into it. So
I
painful.
know. Okay, so obviously there's differences in the NGs that we see. I don't know if there are differences in the captain though. Like that's not touched on. Obviously, the NGs are different in every universe.
Yeah. That's interesting too because he doesn't really like respond to us like he doesn't know us. Like in bomb
Mhm.
defusal for example, he doesn't look at us and like our clothes and everything and the way that we are and be like, "Who are you?" You know? Or like, why do you look like that today? You know?
And and in the action hero one, like he doesn't hesitate to
Yeah.
pull the action with him.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Yeah. Transported as a soul from universe to universe.
It could also be too,
Oh,
like because yeah, that's a good yeah, because it's like
prompted.
yeah, like with bomb defusal, how we like yanked him back. It could be too that there's like a level of common knowledge because of everything going on with the warp core. Like
Yeah.
they aren't confused to see you because there's a level of R mark in all of them, which is
Yeah.
interesting.
And then even the rest of the crew recognized us. Like even when we
Yeah.
went into that camper one, like where it was all like, oh, we're all at a camp and the fireplace and stuff, they
Yeah.
knew us.
Yeah, that's a good point too. With how like messed up it is, like, and also it's the
Um,
same thing with us. Like, Mark looks different every time, but we know that it's him. We recognize him immediately. So it could be
yeah.
like the other way, like just with how all the timelines are like converging. There could just be like a level of recognition where they're like, yeah, this is fine, everything's normal until you like yank them back, like with bomb defusal, where he's like all of
Yeah.
a sudden in his body completely, which is so interesting.
And then when oh, I'm thinking about the camp thing again, where they gave us the option of cut the red or the blue wire for the bomb defusal, but then
Ah,
they're like, what? Because we, I don't know, like deviated from how it's supposed to be, and they have that
yep,
moment of confusion, like, what? What did he just do? I didn't know that was an option. Why did he do that?
yep. That's really interesting.
And then that also brings into question, like, which NG is Old Man NG then?
Well, if you ask Mark, he says that it's like it was a full universal reset, sort of. But Old
Yeah,
Man Mark was from the last run through of all of this. So, because he's like the one that happens if we let Mark through. Like he's not connected to our Mark, as I think how Mark wants us to see it.
yeah,
Um,
because even in part one, in the when we're walking through the ship and they're doing the exposition dump,
yeah,
um, you could still see Old Man NG still in the warp core,
yeah,
like in the warp core
exactly.
before it closes.
So it's really interesting where it's like a literally a physically different NG. Where like if we let our NG go into the warp core or whatever,
Mhm.
and go back, then he ages rather, and becomes Old Man Mark. You know,
Yeah.
so he's like left over from a different timeline, which has insane consequences also. Or is that so? Okay, this is getting a
Old
little off
Man
topic or
NG
a
is,
little beyond the scope, but is that the paradox? Do we know?
I don't know. Paradox detected
Yeah.
when we were in that dark abandoned warp core room with
Mm-hmm.
a warp crystal.
Yeah, it's all confusing. It's hard. The
And
closer you
are
look
we
at space, the more complicated it gets.
how would you ever be confident you'd end up back with your real energy? That's what I put with my captain. That's what I make the captain always wonder.
That's so fucking sad.
I know. Primarily the fact that the warp core was rebuilt from the knowledge of the warp core that was found.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, it gets. My brain gets a little full, and I'm like, yeah.
And I'm also wondering, like, if is there just one old man NG or is multiple? Because, he's
mm.
in our ship, but then he's also in the diner. Then he's in the abandoned diner.
Well, I think he might have a way.
So how does he have a way?
Like,
Because the captain has the warp crystal.
I mean, there might still be
We
like
just get
ways.
put in the wormhole because we're with NG.
Yeah.
He doesn't universe hop without us.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he.
Lost stealth shuttle.
Because I guess. You know what? I always assumed that the diner was in a different time as well as a different place, but Wug takes us there. I think that's the
Yeah,
diner. So
yeah, that is.
that's just a physical difference, you think? And we kind of ended up back in our own time. Well, we must have ended up back in our universe because then from the diner we go straight to the warp core room.
Yeah,
which
we do.
I don't know if that's supposed to be like a bridging of moments. Like that's not actually like if the warp core is not actually in the diner, that always confused me too. But
Paradox is the existence of the warp core itself to parallel. The box was the anomaly in Heist.
yeah, interesting.
Right.
Ooh,
I
there it
keep
is.
forgetting the box. Oh, there it is.
Hey, Ghosty.
Hi, Ghosty. We're just talking about the multiverse. Overthinking. More thinking than what Mark did.
Yeah, trying to make it all work.
Mm-hmm. Oh, lore philosophy, yeah. That's a good way to put it. Big brain moments.
Moments.
Do you think there has to be more than one captain, but what happened to the captain when we universe hop? Like the captain in that universe.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know what? It could be like what happens with Mac. Like we just kind of
Mm,
glitch and take over and they don't think much of it. Like obviously we see that Mac replaced with Mark because we're like in the know,
yeah.
like I don't know if you guys have seen Doctor Who, but when someone like time travels, their brain kind of alters a little bit. Like they say you're a time traveler now, you see things differently. So like if a timeline resets, they still remember it. So I don't know if there's some kind of thing there where like after we warp core we're like, you know,
Yeah. Presumably all of the captains in nearby timelines are universe hopping too. That
oh,
that
that's
would
messy.
am I crazy or was there universes where the ship was like abandoned and
Yeah.
destroyed?
Mm-hmm.
Like what that was that a thing?
Uh-huh. Because there was the one where
Okay.
we starve, or not starve, but we die of old age in the
Mhm.
ship. And then there's also like it's just there's a few where it's just completely empty. And I wouldn't
Yeah,
be
yeah,
surprised if that's the similar one to where Mark, like the Haggard Mark, where he's got all the lines on the set and stuff on the
yeah,
walls. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a similar place. But I guess there's okay, so there's a timeline where the colonists never woke up. That's one of them. But
yeah.
in the other one, the ending before Go Into the Light, um, where it's just completely empty. The colonists are gone. So I don't know.
Then there's okay, I just hit with a brainwave. There's that universe where we get frozen in the cryopod and we get found by Illinois.
Uh
And
huh.
that's the end. So just wondering, like, if we die in that universe, does that universe die too?
Mm. I think it's probably just like a huge mess, and they get kind of severed from the like knot,
Yeah.
so to speak, like where they just kind of like die off on their own. So I guess maybe yeah, because they're not everything's being destroyed, and like how Lady points out that like the multiverse is littered with the corpses of your failures, and like these universes like the stars are going out and stuff like that. So I imagine
Yeah.
maybe universes are like being cut off and like quote unquote starved. Like they just kind of the
That's what
universes
happened.
just die.
Yeah, that's what happened with NG in the last diner, the abandoned diner.
Yeah.
The last time I went out, and then that universe just like died off before
Yeah.
we went don't end in.
Yeah. Into the body in the next valley. Yeah, it's interesting.
Back into soul-faded, the
Yeah.
body dies, and the captain as an unresolved anomaly gets booted into the next viable universe. Body in the next viable universe.
Interesting. Well, especially
I'm
since
inter-
we know that the warp crystal wants to protect us as a host. Um,
Yes,
that could definitely be the warp crystal being like, oh, not this one. Go here, and like bouncing
because
us around.
the warp crystal does send us to another universe without us even like
Yeah, the one
pressing
where
the
we
warp
go
crystal.
backwards, right?
Yeah, the crystal's like, oh no, this isn't a good universe for you, and just takes us somewhere else.
Yeah, when Lady almost shoots us point blank, and then it
Yeah.
bridges us to back on the Invincible when we're about to get shot, and then goes backwards. It's really interesting to think about how powerful the warp crystal is, and like potentially sentient. Like what?
the way we're talking about the warp crystal right now is making me think of Venom from the movie Venom,
Oh, that's
and
interesting too.
they're always trying to find a host to sustain themselves.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting too because I see the crystal as like more like a facet of nature, I guess, when we think about it that way. Because it's in some way it's tied to like the universe itself and like the folds of the multiverse or whatever. Maybe like an infinity stone kind of. Um
Yeah,
so it's like trying to survive, but it seems like a like nature's way of preserving, like being like, "Oh, not here." Like it's self-defense, but self-defense like self-preservation of the universe. Like it's interesting.
yeah. He needs to put more thought into this and tell us.
I know, it's so complicated.
I'm thinking too much about this now.
I know, eventually the brain just kind of gives up.
Mhm. Warp Crystal's desire to keep the captor from dying no matter what, even if they want it very much reminds me of the entity keeping actor alive. Either the same thing or function similarly. Both aren't fully sapient, but definitely have strong instincts that affect their human host.
Yeah,
Sentient.
I was definitely
Yeah.
just thinking that like the crystal reminds me of the house in that it's like sentient in a way. Like
It's definitely
interesting.
sentient because it does make decisions on its own and it's clearly specifically chose us
Oh, that's so
as it.
creepy. Get off of me. Like
I know. But then also, does that mean that the voice, when the warp crystal chooses us, that voice that says paradox detected host chosen blah blah blah, is that the warp crystal?
I
Oh, because
always
if that is, because then that would mean that the warp crystal maybe chose us because it knew that we could send it back to wherever it came from.
I always kind of assumed that it was Mark had built the voice as like an AI that can somehow communicate with the warp crystal in some way,
Mm,
like a kind of a like not a translator, but like a bridge, you know?
emergent programming of the warp core,
Yeah.
maybe. I haven't put too much thought into this.
Well, and clearly the warp core, like the machine itself, like clearly, um, I don't remember what I was gonna say. Like, clearly, it's built around the idea of the crystal. Like, it's built specifically for the
Yes.
crystal. That's why Mark needed it so bad, and
Yeah.
like why we had to throw it out. So it's built to like house and communicate with, and you know, like, and it also makes me wonder if like Mark had tried to build the warp core itself to be a host for the crystal, but that it's not a suitable host for solving a paradox. So that's interesting.
How do you think they found the warp crystal then? Maybe then they found the warp crystal, but they didn't have they didn't have the warp core for the first Invincible, so the warp crystal just got it just
I guess that's
was
the
thing.
paradox, right? Because it's the crystal
Yeah.
too, right? When we see the warp core, the crystal's already in it when we see it for the first
Yeah, the
time.
crystal's already there.
Yeah, so I guess that is the paradox, right? Of like, where did this fucking crystal come from?
And they don't
Sort
know
of.
where it came from or what it does. They just know that it works with the warp core and it powers the ship
Oh,
in the
that's
wormhole.
right. Mark says that. You're so right.
They don't know anything about it. They just use it.
Yeah,
Oh, they found the
exactly.
warp core.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess, yeah. So again, it's like, where
Then
did the
how
crystal
did
come from?
how did
Because
NG know how to rebuild it then if he doesn't know where it came from?
I think it's because all that time, I mean, like, he was there for like fucking forever. But my guess is because he spent so long, he had so much time to like through these different universes to try to figure out how the warp core worked. Like I guess just maybe in his brain or whatever. Because it's like how Lady said, like it would have taken how long did they say? A really long
Centuries.
fucking time. Um
It's centuries. Like even
Yeah.
the Universal Stability Agency didn't have that technology, which is why
Yeah.
the that lady was hunting us down.
Yeah. So then yeah,
They're
so
like,
then
"We don't know
it's
what this does, but it's clearly dangerous, and you shouldn't have it. So we need to take it."
yeah, and they're definitely more suited to
Oh,
try to figure it out, but
yeah.
obviously the issue was with us and Mark, so but yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Like the idea that the warp core, like Mark built the actual warp core to be some kind of like host and vessel for the crystal, and that's how you can like use it and harness it. But when once there was a paradox that big, it's like, hey, this thing isn't gonna help me because it does like teleport, it does like move in the same way it
Yes,
moves us.
it
Um,
moves on its own.
yeah, and obviously the paradox is around us, like
Yes.
us and
Yeah.
Mark. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was like, hey, this fucker just caused a paradox. You are also tangled in this, so you are a suitable host. Like, suitable is an interesting word, you know. So maybe suitable in relation to the paradox itself. I don't know.
Suitable is also interesting because then what if the warp crystal has been doing this long before any of in space happened?
Yeah. Especially, you know what? That's so interesting because if the warp core machine itself is like a way of communicating what the crystal is doing, right? And like
Hmm.
that kind of thing, then it just sitting there going requesting suitable host and it's been doing that since heist. Like that's really interesting. And like just in this big old loop.
Does heist
Interesting.
happen before or after in space?
I think it's technically
Or
after
no,
because the end leads into it, but I think it's also supposed to be like at the same time. That's my thought.
because we do see Illinois in Space Part 2 or whatever.
Yeah, like I think it's all just kind of
And Yancy.
messy. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
so it leads into heist at the end, but we also see evidence of heist all throughout. So it definitely loops.
And it happens during Wilfred Mother Lovin' Warstaff.
Yes, yeah, that's another good thing. Yeah. Another good point. It's definitely some kind of big old loop. Not even a direct loop, but like a big old mess. It all just leads back into itself.
This all happening at the same time.
Yeah, like tangling a rubber band. Like
Like,
it's
obviously,
knotted,
this
but it all loops back into itself, you know?
it has to have happened after. Obviously, it has to have happened after. Um, who killed Markiplier?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I don't
That's my
know if
thought.
any of
Yeah.
this, if any of, and it has to have happened after Date because in the romance route, Date is there, but it's like a redo Date. So that's two things that we know.
Well, and Heist does lead into Date too though. Um
Good
cuz at the
point.
end, the proper ending, he's like, "You want to go on that
Want to go
date?"
on that?
So, yeah, again, I just kind of see it.
It's just a
Yeah.
big soup. He just put a lot of things in a soup.
Yeah, I think it's all supposed to kind of lead into each other, which is really interesting.
Yeah. Sure, but date could arguably come after heist if you want to take that literally and assume heist mark equals date mark.
Yeah, that part does get a little messy because NG isn't theories aside, like if he's actor or not, like he clearly isn't connected to Heist and Date in the traditional sense that they're connected to each other. So that's interesting.
Hmm.
Oh, I forgot about that. You're so right.
What's be the second date we see in space? Oh, it could be.
Yeah, because you could argue
Like
that
it
because we
could
see
be.
Heist too.
Yeah. Show is a different universe. Well,
I mean,
argue.
yeah, because
It
you guys
how?
know I use dream theory, so it's kind of supposed to all mix into each other, but I know not everyone uses that
Each
interpretation.
show each show is a different universe. Yeah, yes and no. I agree with Miller because we do see Illinois on the Invincible too. So if then it couldn't really be a different universe. It could be a different
Yeah.
universe from Heist.
The way I see it is
Because
that space
Falcon doing shit.
like got really messed up and tangled and everything, but the other ones are a bit more uniform. But then those mess around with space. Like they all kind of tie into each other, but then space just got especially fucked up. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
definitely distinct like chapters, at least.
There definitely are, but then there's also a whole mess of overlap that is
Yeah,
just throwing us all for a loop.
it's very interesting. It's definitely again, it's one of those things where you could kind of interpret it anyway, which is really fun.
Multiple universes with the Illinois, with the Yancey, etc., etc. Yeah.
Interesting.
There has to be because Mark, there's the same actors in each project. So obviously there would
Yeah,
have to be different universes for like because Celsi is Celine and Celsi is Celsi. I'm trying to think. Man, that's a bad example. Gunther
yeah,
is Warden Murder Squire.
yeah. No, it definitely gets confusing. Literally, my brain is like smoking, like like an
Oh, I
engine
know
that's
this is
dying.
frying it. This is frying it.
Yeah,
Simply does not care about an overarching truth for canon. That's very true.
yeah. I think it works on a on for him. He thinks it makes enough sense, but then the closer you look at it, you're like, teacher question, you know? Like,
Yeah. Figure out canon's like, it's free migraine. Yeah, pretty much. I would pay money to be able to ask Mark any questions about any of the projects.
yeah, literally. The okay, but here's the thing though: is I wouldn't trust his opinion. Like, I wouldn't want him to like ruin my interpretation, you know?
And he also doesn't remember any of the lore from Who Killed Markiplier.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, Ghosty, yeah.
That guy can figure out the FNAF timeline.
He left it on the counter. Yeah.
You're gonna get it. He forgot Gunther's name? How dare he? I love Gunther.
Gunther is a canon name too.
Yeah. Gunther B.
There's so
Gunner.
many characters we haven't gotten canon names, but he has one.
Well, Gunner is. Well, Gunther's last name is Gunnarsson, but that's no
Yeah, just kind
excuses.
of blended in his brain, I guess.
I guess. I mean, he's wrote all the scripts, so I can imagine that would get muddled in his brain. B stands for Bullet. Gunther Bullet Gunnarsson.
Really living up to his namesake.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he just renamed himself, that could definitely be it.
Oh, that could be true.
His name's like Billy, like Ted.
He's trying to name himself. Yes, Cad. Yes.
There you go. Now we're cooking.
This is the cartoon that banned 4 stream because he couldn't name the bird his bad names. Let's give names like a trans teen naming himself for the first time. Derek Derrickson. Eric Derrickson.
There's so many interesting ones. Randall Voorhees, like where did he even get that?
I know.
It's still so interesting
Game
to
of
think that
Thrones.
in Who Killed they didn't have proper names. Like, you guys said Colonel didn't have a proper name yet. Damien did, though, right? Because Celine calls him Damien, doesn't she?
Yeah.
But no William? Like, he knew he was gonna be Wilford. Like, why? Maybe to hide the fact that he was gonna turn into Wilford, I guess? I don't know if it was obvious when Who Killed
After
Markiplier
introducing
came out.
himself as a player.
Oh, true.
Hmm. No will until Wilford Mother Lovin' Warpstaff.
Interesting. I guess, yeah, maybe he didn't want it to be
Maybe.
obvious. Did you guys know? I don't know which of y'all were here when Who Killed Markiplier, like, which of y'all were around when Who Killed Markiplier came out. Um,
Hmm.
but did did everyone know after the first episode? Because they didn't drop at the same time, did they?
No, I think they were spread out.
Because then I'm curious
I
if, like,
wasn't around them.
I wasn't either.
Came
Because
out
then I
before
wonder
it.
if, like, after the first video, if people are like, oh, the Colonel's definitely gonna be Wilford. But I don't know.
I mean, with the voice, there was probably they probably thought it.
Oh, that's true too. Like, it's not dissimilar, you know?
Hmm. I mean, I guess Who Killed Markiplier is just mainly focused on giving a not a voice, but like a story to Dark.
Yeah, Dark was definitely
He was
the
the
love
main
child in
focus.
that one. Will was a
Yeah.
close second.
Hmm. But then he didn't focus on Wilfred, which is why we got Wilfred Mother Lovin' Warstash.
Oh, love Mo for Mother Living Mustache. I gotta go rewatch that.
He's the favorite child. He is. He is.
Yeah, I'm spoiled by Will being one of my favorites, for sure. We haven't heard anything about Waya, have we?
No,
Sad
just that
face.
teaser clip. I mean, just from that teaser clip, U2's is making a Waya, or not making, but they're, I guess, seeing if people are interested in a Waya U2's the little
Really?
guy from the part two from that just from that teaser clip because he's wearing that priest outfit thing.
Do we have U2s for the other ones?
There's Dark. They're looking to see if there's interest in making one for FNAF the musical.
Oh, that's so sick. These are so specific. I love it
I
though.
know, I know, I know. There's one for Dark.
Is there one for Will?
If there's, I haven't heard.
Will, you're like, sign me up, sign me up, sign me up.
Oh, there were
Interesting.
Unisonus ones too.
Are all U2s like temporary? Like, they don't, like you can't go back and get the dark one, or they are still available? Like, limited time? Yeah, limited
Limited
runs.
runs. Damn. The only way to find one is if someone puts it up on Depop or something.
Oh, so expensive though, reselling it. Like,
Some people are crazy with that.
steal.
Someone put a signed Unisonus, not signed, but like a Unisonus poster for 1,500 on Depop.
You're joking. That's
I
insane.
wish.
It didn't sell, did it?
No, no, it's still out.
Oh,
No
okay.
one's paying for a poster. It doesn't
Literally.
even the picture of it is in a frame and they said does not come with the frame. So they're just rolling that bad boy up, putting a rubber band on it.
That's so funny. Not even putting it in a frame. Come on now. That's so funny. People just think you can just like type in a number, like closing their eyes and hitting the keys.
True. Crank gameplays ones
Yeah.
were cheap on eBay. They were like $20. Wow. That's steal. How much are U2s?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't really have like any merch. I got
I just have fan stuff.
yeah, me too. I my first, as far as I can tell, my first space merch, I got it as a gift. I got like a little NG shaker. I'm like, hell
Oh,
yeah.
oh, that's so cute. No, I did buy that Markiplier notebook and pen from eBay.
That's so cute too.
I love it.
I literally think that's it. I think I just have the shaker. Maybe I'm wrong.
Should we move on?
Yeah, you want to work our way through it a bit more?
Yeah, we kind of got sidetracked. That's fine.
that's, that's how the canon in this story is. Like everything requires a tirade. Like,
Just letting Miller type. Yeah, Laura was very distracting. Okay, I forget what. Oh, more. Okay, so In Space with Mark happens pretty much exactly how it does until the true ending. The endings do happen. The captain does experience them, including the one where NG smothers us. But I think that happens later, near the end. Um, and the part that diverges for NG is that ending where Lady shoots NG and the lady is talking to us and NG just here's all the things that Lady has to say about us in the warp crystal and then NG finds the crystal. So and then when the ship blows up, we get sent to a new universe, to Purgatory, with a dark room race to rebuild the warp core. And that's where he stays for the entirety of In Space RNG.
so depressing.
Yeah,
He was in there
poor
for
guy.
so long. Oh my god. It's really impressive that he didn't go more insane.
Oh, I
Like,
know.
he really just seemed like kind of excited that he might have actually figured it out at the end.
Mhm.
Like, he was surprisingly gentle with us, all things considered.
Oh, he's not gentle in my story.
Like, him whacking us with a fire extinguisher, he literally was like, sorry about that. Like,
I know.
like, considering how long he was there, I would have expected more. Like,
And I would expect him to be more upset at us. I mean, he did
yeah.
yell, but then that turned into his the another realization that he's
He
also the
also
one.
yelled after we did that. Like, until then, he was really just, like, pleading with us. Um,
Yeah, he was just focused on his plan. And then
it's,
after we just sent the warp crystal back, then he started yelling at us.
yeah, and it's also, I think a couple of people have described it this way too, where, the reason, like, when he does the don't moment, the reason it was so, like, attractive, but also, like, so interesting to see is because
It's
he's
out of
he's
character.
being stern, but he's also trying to de-escalate the conflict. Like, he's like, hey, you don't
Yeah.
want to do that, stop.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
like, he still cares about us from what I can tell.
He still cares, but for me, in his mind, is his last impression of us is what happened with when he got shot, and all of that happened with Lady. That's his last impression of us.
Yeah, because a lot of people have been saying that too, that we might not, which is where he, like, freaks out when he's like all haggard, Mark, you know.
Hmm.
He, like, grabs us.
He never fully thought we were evil. He kept asking us to stop when he thought we were in the wrong. Still had faith it wasn't our fault. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I can't tell you why I thought it was attractive. I don't know. It
I
just was. It's just. Yeah, I don't know.
even Wade doesn't think he there when he did a playthrough, he was just dissing the fans' reaction to the don't end in the whole time.
Well, and even Amy saw it, which is interesting too.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Um,
Amy saw it at the end.
but yeah, he also kept saying, he's like, I don't know if you're evil or just stupid. Like he still has hope that this isn't on purpose, which is
Yeah.
sweet.
Lower registered as something to certain people's side. Alright.
I think it's
Yeah.
because the way he did it, like it still felt like he cared about us, but he's like, we're not. Don't you don't want to do this? Don't do this. Like he's just very forcefully de-escalating. Like it's not. He's not being like harsh. He's not. I mean harsh, but like he's not being violent. Like I don't know. It just yeah. I don't know. I just like it. I like that whole sequence
Yeah.
because he doesn't want to hurt us. You know. Like yeah.
Okay. So in Space 2 is more chaotic than in Space 1. Like there's more of the zanier universes and there's more of the glitching. We see more of the USA and the consequences. So the captain has fallen apart because again, I think that the ending where NG smothers us is more later. So that to me has a contribution to the captain falling apart and is more wanting to find their mark again. Because I forget if we see more of our mark in part two, like how it was, in in the routes in the first one where we're both actively universe. I forget if we see that part two. Okay. Yes, exactly. Part two is desperate. Everything is falling apart. I mean, the universe did get rebooted. Wait a minute, phase one, and we see that it gets operating systems. So I kind of think that that has something to do with that part two is more chaotic than the first one because of influence, even if it's just his, still presumably put together by Wilford in some. Captain OC ends up taking themselves out. If that, trying to think, part one really focuses more on ship and the unit, how the universe hopping is affecting the ship and how it's stuck in the war. And part two is more focused on all of the converging universes. I think. I don't know. I just think part two is where everything just goes completely sideways for them. Okay. Don't end in. I mean, I read a fic multiple times. The whole encounter gets a bit more violent. The breaking point, both of them, as we see with the kind of out of character reaction um, NG has after we send the warp crystal instead of NG, like he wants. My face is so red right now. Yeah, no. Yes, it's them at their lowest points, and no, yeah, NG figured out that the captain was the person that he met in that 2.5 years. I just like the angst part of that I can put in there. More angst, and I think I did share it. Pretty sure I shared it somewhere in Fanfic Rex. I am a known angst liker. I mean, with all the nightmare fics I read about Captain and NG. Oh, it was very devastating. Okay. Okay. So, the end after the don't ending, and then we're back in our universe. Mission successful, we're at the planet. The background crew, like the ones we don't know what happened. I mean, they did experience it, but because we do see that crew member, they were in the bridge or whatever at the wrong time. That's basically what I'm running off. They don't remember that. Yes. And the crew we see the most of, Bert and Gunther. It's fine to read ahead. I think they just had a really fucked up dream, which explains that why the things Bert and Celsi said to the captain to me is like not reminiscent. I'm trying to think of the right word. It like applies to what happened in part one. Yes, exactly. If they didn't have any memory whatsoever, it'd be weird to say that, especially with that poetry Bert spun to us about how we belong in the universe, blah blah blah. And obviously, NG and Captain do remember. NG just hides it better because the Captain is falls apart more easily from. And I mean, in my fix, I have the Captain always going to NG after they. It really is their source of comfort, which makes NG feel like he has to stop his down to help the Captain because he's a people pleaser. And he doesn't have as many memories as Captain. I mean, granted, his are more violent. He said he remembers that in the universe that he did go. Felt that, Cat, yeah. Okay. Wonder when Kenneth's coming back. You and us when they. Yes. Okay, yay! Can I jump scare?
I'm here, I'm alive, I made it.
You're alive. Yay! I sense no, yeah.
I know my aura,
So,
it's just too much.
yeah. So you're just talking about the ending, like after the don't ending when we're on the ship.
After what? Sorry?
After the don't ending when we're back in our universe on the ship
Mm,
with the mission successful and we're looking at the planet.
don't even get me started on that. I don't know if this is what you guys were saying, but I do not believe for even a second that Mark doesn't remember.
No, he definitely remembers. I was just saying that um NG stuffs it down because at least in my write-in, the captains always go into NG. They know that he remembers and that he can relate, but NG doesn't feel like he can go to the comfort.
That's such a major ouchie. I also think because maybe this is why you're saying that, but uh because he feels so guilty, like he can't reckon with the idea that this was all his fault. So he
Hmm.
wants to show gratitude to the captain, but if he properly acknowledges it, it's probably acknowledging what he did in his mind,
Yeah.
you know. Like I don't blame him, but you know.
Hmm. I mean, even in the end and after the don't end, and NG is more like subdued. He's not
Yeah.
as up as he was at the beginning to CS, and he just looks and sounds a bit guilty, like ashamed.
Yeah. And like
He's
to
just
see that from
thankful for not
him,
letting me go.
the way he was acting there felt so loud to me. Like we can just hear how upset he is and how much he's suffering, and he's just like, no, 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 no. You know, like he's just not trying to address it at all. Oh,
Hmm.
it hurts my soul.
Yeah. After this slide, we're moving on to headcanon.
I'm so excited.
First, the more angsty headcanon. Not angsty headcanons that I think you guys will like more. Not more, but you'll like them.
I love headcanons. I cannot wait to see which ones you came up with because I'm not very good at coming up with headcanons.
And Andrew definitely remembers. I think his default, everyone's default, would be to like act like they don't until they know that someone else does too. For NG, then in large part to shield, protect the captain. Maybe a large part like it's an atonement because they blamed themselves.
Yeah, I definitely see him as like him not talking to anyone is also definitely a form of punishment. I definitely see him as someone who like punishes himself a lot.
Yeah, especially because he had that. Especially with how he was after we threw the warp crystal into the warp, to the
Yeah, into the
bin.
wormhole or whatever.
Yeah, and then he's like he has the realization that he's the one who started all this. He's the one who built the warp core. He's the one who brought the crystal. He's the one who started everything. So,
Yeah. Well, and I liked yeah, that's true too. He's the one who grabs it, but I like the idea based on how the other crew leads act. I like the idea that cuz they seem more fine to me. So I like the idea
mhm,
that maybe something doesn't feel quite right, but they don't exactly remember. Like maybe they end
yeah,
up having nightmares or something like that.
mhm,
But I believe that Mark and Captain remember, like at least right after the reset, they remember exactly what just happened, like clear as day. And maybe as time goes on, it gets more fuzzy. But
mhm. Especially for the captain, considering all the universes that they went into.
yeah, I'm sure the universe got like properly reset, but I have to imagine that that was not good for the captain's brain or body.
Yeah,
You know?
I did say that because at the beginning of part two, we see the universe getting rebooted in this Warstash OS. Considering
Yeah,
that it is something that Wilford put together, then it definitely fucked them up more than it would if it was a
yeah,
regular operating system.
that's a really interesting point too. Dude, trying to get into the whole operating system thing would take like all day. It's
Oh
there's
my
so
god.
much to that. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think
Mhm.
everyone else in the universe doesn't remember at all. Like you said, an epicenter. Like the further out you go from them knowing, like I think if anything, Lady. Mm,
Lady.
I wonder how much Lady would remember. I always kind of headcanon that they wouldn't. Um, be I don't know,
I don't know.
but maybe they
They
would a little
there
bit
was
more.
that ending where they were in the empty black room with the warp core like we were, but Lady was dying.
Yeah, yeah, that makes
And
sense
then
too. Because I was gonna say, Lady's the only one who jumped, aside from us, who jumped into a wormhole on purpose, like us and Mark. Except the crew talks about how they did that as well.
Hmm.
Like Gunther mentions it, for example.
And there was that whole route where um the ship was stuck in the wormhole, and we all like Captain, NG, Bert, Gunther, and Celsi all talked about what to do about it. So I'm wondering if,
Yeah. And at least in one universe, they went backwards into it. Like,
yeah, isn't that the one where we pop her in reverse? Doesn't that send us to Nor?
yeah, it does.
I love Nor.
Yeah, the idea of Captain never thinking they're safe keeps me up at night. Like, stop.
Oh, I know.
And also feeling like I always imagine that the captain, anytime they're experiencing like any emotion, but especially like not being able to relax and like being afraid, they think of it as like a betrayal of like they're betraying their crew because the crew relies on them to be confident and in charge.
Oh,
So they
absolutely.
absolutely do not tell anybody, but you know, ouch.
Just to keep up that Captain image,
Yeah.
because again, I touched on this in another fic where the captain has to be the captain. There's no room for failure because they did fail in other universes, and that's why they
Yeah.
were destroyed. So the captain doesn't want to be that captain.
Well, and I also like the idea of at least for a while, or at least at some point, Mark and the captain kind of start to avoid each other because they're the only ones who know and they can see what they're both acting like. Like the captain can tell that Mark is punishing himself and distancing himself, and Mark can tell that the captain is feeling guilty for having any emotions at all, and they just like get on each other's nerves, like just being around each other. They feel like they're being perceived and they have nowhere to hide, you know.
Yeah,
Big ouch.
big, big ouch.
I love a good passing out trope. Like I pushed
Oh,
myself too far and now everyone can tell.
mm-hmm. I
Yeah,
think I read a fic like that about the captain.
love stuff like that.
If I find it, I'll share it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah, I
captain.
like the idea. Usually I headcanon that they like met a few times and work together on a few things and like they like each other, but they just don't have the chance to work
Yeah.
together very often.
Uh-huh.
So as they go up in renown, like, you know, they both get more successful and famous for their roles, then it's just the most natural thing for them to work together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I could see them getting into like arguments and stuff over that. Like just if, like this is such an artsy metaphor, but like how an animal when they're injured will snarl, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Space college. That's so true.
Yeah. Basically how I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Space college. I mean, realistically, they probably would have been working with like NASA and stuff.
Oh, that's a good point too.
I didn't think about that until now.
Next to Butler College.
Yeah.
Literally. At least since Mark makes things pretty simple, we're at leisure, whatever, to make it simple too. Like we would be like, yeah, they went to space college, and that's completely in the realm of canon. Like,
Okay, are we ready for headcanons?
oh yeah.
Okay. Don't have room to insert in. After In Space Part 1 and 2, NG has compulsions. He has to check the ship at least 4 times a day, checking the protocols, testing the AI computer, making sure the safety precautions are in place, blah blah blah. He will wake up in the middle of the night just to check on them after a nightmare. Um, and like I said, he's more subdued after. He's not such a blind follower towards the captain like how he was in the beginning. And Chica sleeps in his room almost every night. Therapy puppy.
I
Oh, bye,
the idea
cat.
of him having like compulsions and stuff that also hurts my soul. Like
Uh-huh.
the waking up to have nightmares, that's something I've incorporated into Fix too, where like
Yeah.
one of them will have a nightmare and they'll just be like, I just have to lay eyes on them and then I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like Raiden. Yeah, his stress levels are through the roof. I mean, okay, and he has, flashbacks, he has the nightmares, he has the memories. Um, Partly self projection. When it's bad, he'll be drinking coffee, just like slamming down coffee just to stay awake, so he doesn't have the nightmares. He'll stay awake until he has to pass because he can't have nightmares.
Them mutually being on the brink of passing out is crazy.
Mhm.
It's like it reminds me of, if you guys have seen My Hero Academia, um how Deku and All Might are. They're like, it's like a mentor mentee relationship, but like they both are so self-sacrificial that like other people around them are like, yeah, they can't be checking on each other because they'll let each other run themselves ragged. Like somebody else has to be like checking on them.
Mhm.
I could see that with Captain and NG.
Yeah, and I think that when they land on the planet and they're working to build the colony, NG stays on the ship as much as he can because he prefers it. He doesn't like going out. He doesn't like leaving like his workspace or whatever, wherever he works, because he knows that his workspace is safe.
I feel like being on solid ground would be really uncomfortable for them, especially since they
Yeah.
know this is like the quote unquote happily ever after. Like, I feel like they'd be
Mhm.
like, I'm not ready to be here yet, even subconsciously, you know?
Yeah. Captain. Okay. After in space, the captain is more open, more willing to communicate and listen to the crew members instead of basically, the my way or the highway mentality, which is how they were in Space One. Like I said, because every step that they did was to complete the mission, and that they're thinking of completing the mission. And just the captain doesn't drink coffee; they drink like tea, but they'll still choke down the cups that NG brings because they're polite.
Yeah, and also it's like exactly how we saw at the end, where like they're constantly giving each other coffee or like being offered coffee.
Mhm.
I still
They
want my
also
mug
have
back.
the captain also has nightmares and flashbacks, but they also have a new fear. Well, not new; it was always there, but more amplified fear of failure and imposter syndrome. So that they spend a lot of nights um, obsessing over what they could do to themselves and what they could do to help the crew and the colony, because now they have to.
Yeah, because they definitely like they already seem like so protective over the crew, especially over Mark. Like I feel like they would be willing to kill someone over Mark. Um,
Yeah,
so recognizing and acknowledging the fact that they weren't able to protect anyone even a little bit, like I feel like that would fuck them up a little bit.
definitely. And they'll stay away from the worker room. They'll won't even go within like a 25-foot radius of it.
Yeah, and I always try to um I always imagine that the warp core is gone, so I always do like a hyperdrive room or something like that. And with that too, the idea that like either way, staying away from that area because they still feel like it's there or like still feel
Yeah.
like it's dangerous, like
Hmm. And well, NG likes prefers to stay on the ship. The captain prefers to work outside with the crew and the colonists because it's just a nice um it grounds them. It's like a reality for them. Whereas being on the ship where everything happened, um, it just makes them feel claustrophobic and it just makes them think that they're back in another universe.
that makes sense too.
Yeah.
I want to see the sun in the sky,
Yeah.
especially since we weren't outside that much through the loops.
No, we weren't. Just when we fixed it from the outside.
Oh
And
my god.
when we were on Wug's ship.
Yeah, and then on the planet, obviously there's the like the fake endings, like the fake outs,
Yeah.
before go into the light. Um, but yeah, it's not much. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why they'd have to be so scared of falling asleep. Because what if they wake up in cryo? Like, fuck no.
Yeah.
Maybe they can't sleep in the dark because they'll worry
Mm-hmm.
that they get like claustrophobic and freaked out about it, thinking they're back in there.
Yeah. Thinking you wake up and not really that, but back and cry with loops again. Yeah.
Oh, that's so painful. I fucking hate dreams like that.
I hate them.
So them like thinking they're in the warp core and going through loops, and then they finally actually wake up like in bed, and they're like, "What the fuck?" Which is real. Like, oh god.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that as being another time when they have to go find each other.
Captains be jumping at loud noises because the alarm system on the ship literally being conditioned to think loud noises equals bad. Yeah, I agree with that, Ghosty.
Also, ouch. Like,
Yeah, the ship AI talking in general.
makes them jump every time. Yeah, they like
Yeah,
flinch.
I think uh one more I think one more angst then. So the captain, like we'll talk about this in my writing. On the forearm or like the wrist, low forearm part, there's a big scar from when NG ripped off the warp core from there because there was nothing to hold the warp core on our arm, so that had to like fused in or attached
Oh,
in. Ugh, yeah. Just general scars from everything they went. But NG, I think, um, he doesn't have from anything that he went through because in part one, he's saying that because of all the times that he died, but he comes out unscathed. I
mm-hmm.
think that all of his got healed on nice, but he does phantom pains. Like he still thinks that he looks down and expects scars, but it's just regular arm or leg or whatever.
It
And he's probably I think he's always like just cold for no reason.
it definitely it brings back that idea we said earlier of like the captain's body moving between universes and Mark's soul moving between universes.
Yeah.
Because the idea that the
I really
captain could have scars left over even if the universe reset, that sounds horrifying.
I know. I just think they both have chronic pain
Oh yeah, that makes sense to me too.
for sure. Okay, it's the fun head cannons next.
Okay, good.
They're all in. Angie would be the kid at recess who hides under the slide to try and make recess last longer, but it just made his teachers like upset, and they would phone home a lot because of him.
Hell yeah.
And Angie would eat anything if you dared him, like double dare him with money, dirt, sand, rocks, coins, Legos. The urgent care in the town he grew up in knows him by name.
Why do I feel like he would still do that in present day?
He absolutely would still do that.
He's like, you think I won't? Him and Gunther? Like,
Yeah. When he was like a little kid, he wore glasses that were like the frames were just a bit too big for his face. Um, he wears contacts now. I don't want him to have laser surgery. He has to suffer with the rest of us.
I love the idea of him wearing glasses and contacts. That's so sweet.
No. This is just how he looks. He just looks like how you think of a construction worker. That's how he looks, but less of the beer belly they have because he. Yes, exactly. I just think he looks like that.
I love it.
Because I like thinking about it. And he wears when he's not working. He wears like the graphic t-shirt with puns. Like if you've seen Big Bang Theory.
I fucking love that. Just a geek all the way through.
Absolutely.
I've never stopped to think about what he would wear when he's not wearing his uniform. Like that's just like what he looks like to me. Like I forgot he can take it off.
It's so weird to think of the egos wearing anything than what.
Yeah. Like some of them are a bit more like easy to fill in, like Illinois, for example. Um, but yeah, NG, you could really do anything. Same with all the other ones. Yeah, exactly.
Cartoon character logic, yeah. Every space themed t-shirt, yes. And some of them it's easy to think of what Wilford would wear. He would just like
Yeah.
wear anything that's gaudy and bright.
Well, because we also see him, and I think he has to be the ego with like the most amount of fits, right?
Um,
Maybe if you consider Heist and Date to also be actor, then you could argue actor, but definitely Will, I think, of like the confirmed canon.
here's a different one in Mother Love and Warstash. Um, in Markiplier TV, and in that interview with Markiplier, those are all different fits.
Yeah. I think there's other because that's the big one, right? The yellow shirt with like the pink bow tie. I always associate him with Wilford Mother Loving. Like to me, Mother Loving
Um,
is Worf Stash. Like I don't see him as anything else.
yeah, that's like the best design.
He's so fucking cute. Don't even get me started.
Mark's Barbie doll. Yeah.
Literally.
Okay. I mean, this is taken from Charlie. I wish they were here. Um, because they said that they'll see Charlie and Scene Corn. Like, oh yeah, that would kind of be really cool to see. There's
Oh, that's
pictures on
cool.
Facebook in a buried photo album somewhere. Sometimes he does miss.
That's so cute.
Yeah, Facebook still exists.
Oh
Facebook
yeah.
never goes away. And Angie loves the 80s and the 90s sci-fi movies. Like they were really doing a lot then, and he loves watching them now. And if you
Dude,
say anything about shitty CGI, he'll kick you out of the room.
dude, the idea of him like a movie night with him where you're getting
Hmm.
cozy and watching like old sci-fi, stop. And
I
he would
know.
like he would blabber the entire time about like if that would actually work scientifically and
Yeah,
mathematically or not. I've
he
always
would love.
imagined him as a yapper. Is he not canonically a yapper? Like would you guys say he is, or is that just like I just
I'd say
accepted that?
I'd say he's a yapper.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine him as not a
He
yapper.
talks a lot.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I mean, in a nice way. He talks a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm a yapper, you know? Like
Mhm. Yeah, he survived
certified.
most of college through sheer will. He slept through his alarms. He forgets to clean his fridge, which makes it a nightmare. Wash the laundry, just smell the clothes. It's not too bad he can wear it again.
So relatable, to be honest with you. Like
Yeah. He's a
he
nightmare roommate.
he
Again, I
definitely
keep
feels ADHD to me for sure.
saying definitely. His organization system only makes sense to him.
And that carries over to his engineer notes and stuff, and all of his underlings are like, "Boss, why? Like, what does this mean?"
Like, he has like doctor, right? And he just has his own
Yeah.
abbreviations for things.
Yeah, the idea that his handwriting is illegible. It's another reason why he just likes to do everything himself, because maybe that's part of why.
Yeah. He has, like, I think that a lot of times he, like, peels an orange and he accidentally throws away the peeled orange and just left holding the peels in his hands. That's just silly.
That's also so real. Oh my god.
You just stare at the peels and look at the trash can like, what the fuck did I
Just
just
like
do?
after a while of just staring, you just deeply sigh and like throw the peels in
Yeah.
after.
Oh, okay. Um, if you give NG a pack of gum, there will be at least 5 to 7 pieces in his mouth. It's this he'll try and talk around the gum in his mouth and it's just disturbing as hell.
Ew.
He's choked 3 times on gum.
He really would be so easy to like nag. Like to be like, why do you keep doing that?
Hmm.
PR if that happens again. Heimlich, it's not happening.
Hmm. He hates the beach. Specifically, he hates the sand. He'd be complaining the whole time and staring at the sand like it's just toxic waste. When they leave the beach, he'll shake out his shoes and say, I'm bringing the whole damn beach home in my shoes. We're never coming back.
That's also so real. I hate the beach because of the sun, but the sand isn't necessarily fun either.
I don't like the sand at all.
Mm-mm.
He would, I think, he would believe in astrology, with the horoscopes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
He'll ask you your birthday and then he'll just tell you about your sign and the stars and your horoscope and all.
I could see it being another one of the reasons he hates, like he and Celsi don't get along. He just like mumbles, he's like freaking Aquarius or like whatever. Like,
Ben!
hi Ben, welcome in.
He grew his hair out once. He hated how much maintenance it took and all the long hairs he would find everywhere. And he says he cuts it short because of like regulation and want to be safe, blah blah blah. But anytime that his hair like tickled his neck or touched his shoulder, he would think it was a spider and just freak out.
Dude, long hair NG, stop. He's so
I wear.
freaking cute. As if he needs to be any more golden retriever coded.
I know. Long haired energy with like the messy bun in the back when he's working.
Literally. I have to draw that now. What the hell? Like the half up messy bun that Engie
Yeah.
does. Like stop. I mean not Engie. God, here we go. The half up bun that Mark does. Like IRL Mark.
That would be so cute. Oh my god. I'd wanna braid it.
Oh my god. Just sitting there braiding it.
Yeah.
Have we ever seen Mark braid it? Like IRL Mark?
No.
He's so
Seen
boring.
him with straightened hair. It did suit him. Did not suit him.
Well, because yeah, you could do the like, you know how you just take like you just do like a small braid amongst the rest of your hair. Like that's just so cute.
I know. I love that. Yes. He just puts it back and then ties that headband on. He could do so much with his hair, but he just refuses.
Ugh, he's so stinky. He wants to see me suffer. Because now that I know it exists, he's never gonna do it.
I know. Never.
Seriously.
That one picture where he has that supremely curly hair haunts me. It's like his hair could look like that all the time. Okay. Angie's pencils are bitten. It's like the pencils that you don't want to be handed in class. They're all short, and the erasers on the end are you're just scraping
My
metal on the
God.
paper. Sometimes they're sharpened to the point of being considered a deadly weapon.
I love it. He tries to offer it to like Celsi or even Bert, and they're like, that's okay." Like,
Yeah. Yeah. He chews on it when he's thinking. Oh, damp, probably.
oh God. You like grab it without thinking, then you're like, oh God, never mind, never mind, never mind.
Yeah. Your tune pencil is just a weird texture. Um, NG can take apart computers and like rebuild engines from complete scratch. But if you ask him to assemble any furniture, and you'll hear him swearing from the next room over and turn the instructions another around to look at them from a different angle. Because
The
and
I
yeah,
could
he's just a
totally
complete
see him like hating instructions, like IKEA, for example, because the
yeah,
way he works in his brain is like from the ground up. So it's like trying to see another engineer's work, and he's like, I don't understand.
yeah. He hates instructions in general. He has his own way of doing things. He can cook, but it's like big meals. You know, like meals you would see in a restaurant. And but he'll burn toast. He'll burn eggs. He'll burn pancakes. He'll somehow fuck up a bowl of cereal. He tried to cook an egg once, and he just got the water boiling and he forgot it was there. He got distracted, and the water just evaporated, and he burned his pot.
Dude, that perfectly aligns with the one, the bullet we just went over. Like it's just too simple. He's like, I don't, like it's his brain just doesn't compute backwards like that.
Yeah, he can't do simple, and
His
he
brain
loves
is just
physics.
too big. He's too five head.
Yeah, he loves physical media. Like he has CDs, he has a Discman, he has a VCR. Yeah, records. You go to him complain like, "Oh my God, this show that I was watching got taken off Netflix," and he'll smugly drink his coffee and say, "Oh, about the DVD pack. You wouldn't have this problem."
I like it when he's such a stinky guy. He's just a stinky little menace.
You have one from the USSR? Oh yeah, he would burn a CD of songs for the captain.
Miller, stop. I've done that recently. Like, you just pour your whole heart and soul into it. Like,
I know. He would like
skills.
put it in that CD in that carrier and just slide it across the table to the captain and not say anything.
Fucking slide it under. I would say slide it under their door, but like their doors don't work like that. I guess like if they're on the colony, yeah.
Yeah, the captain doesn't have like a CD player or a Discman, so they just hold on to it.
Just put it on their wall.
Yep. Handing it and acting flustered like you just handed the captain a box of chocolates. It's his equivalent of handing a box of chocolates.
Aww, the sweetest boy.
Oh, oh, okay.
Yay!
Q&As. All right, let me just pull it up here.
Do you want me to turn on text to speech, or we can wait too?
Yeah. Mm, we could wait to see if anyone.
Because yeah, I could
Okay.
turn on whatever. I just have to type. It's just a little command like /join, and it joins the text bot. Uh, it joins it into the voice call. That's how it works.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that could work.
Because, yeah, if you want to start with the forms, we could do that. Or if you want to just take questions from here, then I'll just turn on the text to speech.
I'm just trying to get to the forms.
Oh, copy. Bye, Ghosty.
Come on. Open. Yes, okay, got it.
Yay.
Right. These are Kenna's Q&As. Okay,
Yay.
questions from NG. How is he viewed by his peers in the engineer community? Like, do they think he's talented? He's put in charge of the invincible, but do they think he's awkward? Okay. Okay. Considering what I said before,
Mhm.
they think he's smart. He clearly has a lot of ideas. He's been passionate about engineering since he was like a little kid. But especially once after he found out that he would work on the Invincible too, he just got more self-centered, like his ego got really big. So
Oh,
before he
yeah.
left, I didn't really think that highly of him.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Like,
Yeah,
I love him. Because he's such a specific personality. Like you were saying, like building off of your headcanons and stuff, like likable weird kid. That's kind of how I
yeah,
picture him.
yeah, that makes sense. I can't see chat right now.
Oh, you're good. Here, let me turn on the. I'll turn it on then, so you
Okay.
can hear it. Okay,
Okay.
that might work.
Questions for the captain. Same for the captain. Like, do other captains look up to them? Are they intimidated? Are they annoyed that everyone favors them? They're definitely annoyed that everyone, like, especially like the people who were like not contending, but who
Yeah, who
were
were
in
like,
talks of also becoming the captain of
yeah,
the Invincible team. So especially the captain got picked, and there were people who ensure they newbie. They did not like him. They did not like them.
yeah, because that makes sense too. Like I could definitely see like with how everyone reacts to the captain. I could see them being seen as like, oh, they get all the good shit, or like they're the star pupil or whatever.
Because everyone just is head over heels for the captain.
Oh yeah, we're pretty cool like that.
Yeah, we're cool.
Especially since the comparison then of Mark and actor, or I mean, sorry, Mark and the captain, like how they build off of that. Oh, like they're opposites. I love them.
Yeah, opposite attract.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, regarding Captaineer in general, how they met and what it was like. What did they think about each other at first? So they met, in that 2.5 years, in that
Yeah,
gray,
yeah,
messy slush I have. Um, they would work together, like they would talk. They weren't close, but they would talk. They knew each other. They were like first pick for partners. If everyone said, "Oh, you gotta partner up and work on this, whatever."
uh huh.
Um, there wasn't the attraction. I don't think it was like they were attracted to each other. It's just like their relationship just slowly built over the course of In Space 1 and 2, and then after when they're in the at the colony.
Dude, I love the idea of looking at like a couple or even like a duo of friends or whatever, and turning the clock backwards to when they were first interacting and like you don't even know what you're gonna become. Like
Exactly.
like get dunked on, nerd. You're gonna fall in love with this guy. Like
I love that. Um, the entirety of In Space, what the Earth looked like, why were they leaving?
yeah, because
Uh,
some of these you answered in the PowerPoint.
not that many people. Were the colony chosen at random or could sign up? Was it a pay to win? Okay. So the Earth was fucked. I've established that. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that the 100,000 was really all that was left. I mean, the colonists reigned from like 18 or so to about, I want to say 45 maybe. There were
Yeah.
some kids, but it's not like they were careful about who they picked because they had to think about, oh, well, we have to have a bigger population once they get to the
Ben
colony.
person in suit levitating said, I just submitted mine. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Fire.
Okay. Anyone else? Mm, Oh, okay, I see. Did I answer your question
Bah
here?
ha 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 ha. Oh my god, that was so loud person in suit.
Yeah, it's pretty loud on this end too. I'll probably snip it and turn down the volume in the when I edit it. For some reason the text to speech is just so loud.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, you did. I think it's really interesting if like, I feel like that's the best way to go about it. If you're gonna choose people to bring to a new colony, like making sure they're like the thinking about what the selection process was and like
Yeah.
what that would mean to be like prime chosen for a colony. Like it's wild.
Imagine it was like a program and like they had to get like blood tests and stuff and they had to look at their entire medical background.
Oh yeah, I would be disqualified immediately. I got so much
Oh,
like
so would I.
it's like isn't there like a whole process like that for getting enlisted in the military? Like you can't have intense mental health issues, like you can't be
Yeah.
like,
And that's
it's
why yeah, and that's how a lot of people like avoided drafting.
yeah.
They like didn't have like severe physical health problems or mental health problems or some of them would
Yeah.
pretend to be gay.
Same thing for like being a surrogate, right? Like there's a lot of stuff that you have to qualify for.
That's why in World War II the soldiers would try and get STDs so they could go home.
Oh, that's fascinating.
I know that I read it in a book, all quite on the Western Front. They would do that. They would do that, so they would get sent home because
Hmm.
oh, you can't fight if you have whatever. I don't know. I don't know.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
The
Miller
text to
Purple
speech
Heart
scares me.
said, Poor Engay having to explain his plethora of childhood hospital visits for eating everything on Earth.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Engie.
He
Yeah.
definitely has the gut problems. Not the
That's
gut
so
problems. He like
funny.
eating
Like
all
going through
that
the
shit.
screening process
Oh
of being
no.
like, no, 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 it's fine. I just swallowed a Lego. It's fine.
Oh, all those X-rays and the MRIs. No, no, no. I just ate something. I got dared. I got $10 for it. It's fine.
Me when I swallowed 5 pieces of gum. Oh yeah, it was fine. They solved it. It's okay.
Hmm. Okay, I have Ben's responses. Wasn't here for the whole thing. How does he like his coffee? Black or sugar and cream. I think. Okay. He would not have sugar, but he would put creamer in. Um, flavor. I'm trying to think. My parents drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah, I don't really
Maybe
drink
like the
coffee, so I don't
French
know.
vanilla or the hazelnut.
Ooh.
There's some coffee creamers that are like mint chocolate or like birthday cake.
Oh, cute.
Brands is like violently against buying. I'm not good with brands.
I'm
I do think
noting this down to try it for later. This is the NG mix of coffee.
No, by brands, I mean, because I know there's a handful I'm trying my best to not buy from. One's like Nestle because they're just horrible people.
Mhm.
I don't know if you know brands, but if you do,
like Amazon and
yeah.
probably like Nestle and I don't know. I don't really.
Miller Purple Heart said, Clearly he's getting top of the morning coffee.
Oh, clearly, of course he is.
Hell yeah.
I do think that if he would buy anything, he would try and be as cheap as he can.
That makes sense. because he would rather make it himself. But once, like coffee, for example, he can't make, so he's like, oh, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
True, true.
Yeah. Socks. Does he wear them inside out or not? The bump at the end of the socks bother me, so wear them inside out. I think he wears fun socks, so I think he would wear them. He wouldn't wear them inside out.
oh my god, the idea of cute socks under his big old boots.
Yeah.
So cute. I love him.
Little Planet socks.
Yes, Little Planet socks. Oh my god. Was like
Yes!
stars on them.
Got like Saturn and everything. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Or like Chica socks or
Ooh.
something.
Oh my god.
They got
Yes.
like wrenches on them, stuff like that. So cute.
Those would be so
Stop
cute.
cooking.
Chica
Stop.
socks.
Those would be so cute. Oh my god.
Just getting so many drawing ideas from this PowerPoint. Like,
Okay. Who is captain? Where's captain? You better why is captain? Captain is everyone and no. Captain is. Hmm.
But that was a reference, by the way, because I wasn't here at all.
Yeah.
I'll do what better. Why is Gamora?
Who is better at bowling? Okay, I've done two bowling. I've done bowling with 5 smaller, lighter bowling balls, and I've done bowling with big ball. I think NG would be good at the 10 pin, and captain would be 5 pin, because the 5 pin bowling pins are more further apart, so they know how to.
interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't seen 5-pin bowling.
Me neither.
There's a bowling I like that.
I also like the idea of them being like Captain and Mark being an unstoppable like bowling duo, and everyone else gets mad that they always pair up because they're like, you guys are gonna decimate us anyway. Stop.
NG would be really good at the crane games.
Oh yeah. No, and he knows he
That
like
just
can
makes me-
analyze it like the machinery.
Yeah.
It just makes me wish I had
Miller
asked
Purple
a
Heart
different
said,
question.
the claw.
The claw.
The claw.
The claw. The claw.
Are they good at being teammates and like silly? They're competitive. If you put them together on a team, they work together. But if you um separate them, like they have to be on separate with each.
That makes me so normal. The idea of like them being on different teams and like getting way too into it, and eventually everyone else is like, you guys relax. And they just like, because
Yeah.
they're, at the end of the day, they do seem like very best friendy during like space, you know, like during Jump In Again, and like especially at the Universal Stability Agency, like they just seem like such bros. So the idea of them
Yeah.
getting like all annoyed at each other and like, you know, it's so cute.
I know, I love it. Who has the better dance moves? Trick question. Neither of them do. They step on each other's toes.
Aww. I love them.
Anyone else
Just
remember the
Dance.
events of In Space? Yes. But Bert, Celsi, and Gunther, they just think it was a really fucked up dream they had. So they don't really remember it. They just dismiss it as a weird dream.
Yeah,
Captain America just suddenly disappear. Who will be in charge after? Definitely Celsi. Celsi would be in charge if Captain America disappeared.
she'd do a good job at it too.
She would be really good at it. Henry is there. Henry is definitely there. He's just shy, so
Yes!
he's not really up.
Aww. He's just like hiding in like the lower decks. He's like chilling in a crew member's room or like in Mark's room.
Yeah, you just chill. That's it for the responses.
I think that's all the questions I have. You covered a lot of stuff in the PowerPoint. Like you even answered a lot of my questions that I had asked before, and you already answered them. You know.
Yay, I'm glad. I was worried that I didn't have enough.
No, no, it was really cool, especially all of your like cutesy headcanons. I really liked a lot, like long hair NG and stuff like that. Like, stop.
I know, they're very self-indulgent.
Oh, I love them. I'm really glad we got at least one Captaineer PowerPoint. There might be another, I can't remember. But this EP.
Yeah. I love that.
Miller Purple Heart said, "It was incredibly thorough. Covered the things I'd normally ask."
Good, that's good, I'm glad.
Do you have a song that you like associate with the two of them, like their relationship?
Oh, I have a lot of it. Here, let me look at my Spotify.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I don't have like full songs. I have snippets from songs.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Like
so real for that.
here, I'm gonna put one in now. That's where is it? Where is it? Here it is. I'm putting one in there right now.
I'm so excited.
Jayyyyy sent an image file.
Zed, Zed, Zed.
Said.
I'm
It's
just
crazy.
going quiet to read it. Like,
Yeah,
that sounds horrifyingly sad. I've never heard that song before.
it's one of my favorite artists.
I'll have to check it out now.
It's a really good song. There's also one part that I want to kind of animate, I guess, into one for like animate it for Wilford slash William.
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
from this, yeah.
I think it's
I
so
have an
cool when
idea.
y'all
I
do
can see it in my
edits.
head. I just have to draw it in.
Yeah.
I have to skedaddle, but bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I think edits and like little animations and stuff are so cute. I don't have the patience, and I'm not good at editing. I don't know how to do it at all.
Yeah, I don't know how to edit. Here, I'll just share that snippet I have for
Jayyyyy sent an image file.
That's why I was asking a couple weeks ago for pictures of the mirror from the manor that the DA
Oh
is
yeah, I
stuck in.
remember that.
Yeah.
Also, very sad. I definitely have to
Mhm.
listen to this song. The title sounds familiar, but I don't know why.
I can see what I want with that clip in my head. I just have to put it on my iPad.
Oh, I mean,
As
that's my
well.
favorite pastime is just listening to music and being like, my character would do this and that character would do that. like music
Miller
videos.
Purple Heart said, "Yeah, I feel like I've heard of this song even if I haven't heard it yet. Peak activity, honestly."
It's
Genuinely.
really fun. Let me find more Captaineer stuff.
Hell yeah.
Okay. This song is by the same artist.
Ooh.
Most of the song is pretty much okay. This song I think is also Captain Air, but I also can pinpoint it to Who Killed Markiplier. Well, I'll do Captain Air. And I did a lot of my song titles are taken
Say again,
like
you
the
said your song titles are.
my fic titles. My fic titles are lyrics from the songs from this artist.
I do that too. I do like song title or like
Yeah.
lyric chapter titles, but I usually do like one per fic or something like that. Like if I have multiple chapters, I'll do listen different lines for the same song.
I'm just getting screenshots.
I'm so ready. I love to see other people's like interpretations and find new music at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. These are just two that I kind of relate.
Jayyyyy sent multiple files.
That I kind of relate to the captain with the warp crystal choosing them, and then all the universe hopping in after in space one. Um,
Yeah, this
they
seems
just really
brutal.
latched on to the crystal because they thought, oh, this will help me. But the more that they used it, the more fucked up that the universe got, and the more that they lost their mark.
Yeah, that's so fucking sad. These songs seem to fit really well. Like with
I
the
know.
story
Miller
and all that
Purple Heart said.
stuff. I forgot it doesn't read emojis. I was just
Enough.
waiting. Um yeah, I have to listen to these songs now because I'm curious how like they sound in comparison and like if the sounds feel like they fit too.
Oh, they're really nice. I mean, I could have Spotify hooked up on here.
Yeah, you could play some.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to think, is my YouTube? I wonder if her songs are on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm so curious.
Okay. We're gonna share. Do you guys want to hear Carolina Reaper or Heaven's Gate first?
Let's do Carolina Reaper. I'm really curious about that one.
Carolina Reaper. I don't know how loud this will be. This is not
Thunderbolts.
the one that I was premium on, so there's ads.
I
Boo.
just got premium for the first time.
It's so nice. Okay, I'm gonna. Does it share the audio?
Yeah, it does. You just have to unmute from the video itself.
Okay.
I'm made of adrenaline and fear. Fever
I'm already obsessed.
running high.
She's coming up with an album.
Decades passed with time, I realized I forgot to die. So now I walk the marshes. I'm alone inside my head. Those fool enough to bother me strangely end up dead. I'm watching grass die, paint dry, summer heat. I feel the rhythm playing on repeat. The buzzing fills my headspace. I'm what they seek in flesh, but I refuse to share.
This is a whole vibe. I'm over here bopping my head.
I know, I love her song so much.
It hurts, but you'll be back for more. And you fantasize of fire. Pain is easy to ignore. Addicted to the agony, ensured to lose your mind. My future
coming out with an album in like a couple weeks, which I'm really excited about. More songs for my Captaineer playlist.
The idea too, like this sounds very like natural and soft. So comparing that to like the harsh, technological, like cold nature of space, like it's ouchy.
I know.
It howled with realization, said I'm made to be destroyed. I count the raging meteor, held it as it cried. Had to die, but didn't want to. I never left its side. Carolina Reaper, it hurts, but you never learn. When you fantasize a fire, eventually you burn.
All right, that's Carolina Reaper.
I liked that one a lot.
Miller Purple Heart said, yes.
It's one of my favorite songs of her. All right, please don't be an ad.
I loved that.
Ooh, this one's a jig already too.
I created those around me, though I don't know which is worse. Cause playing God is funny till you have to choose who's dying first. I became the thing I feared, taking their lives in my hand. My innocence had consequences that I still don't understand. I was told that I was vital in a plan to save my life, so I promised mine in hopes I'd be the one holding the knife. Our bodies were the vehicle, transporters of the soul. I was young and bold and stupid in a 6-foot self-dug hole. Was I the only one to question anything they said? I take it back, I'll follow till I fly, till I'm dead. My immortal evolutionary traits are still intact. I am unapologetic for the sympathy I lacked. I left my body back in California cause I'm weak. Overdosed on phenobarbital, it's part of my mystique. So in 97 I gave up, my future I've been raised to reject my human nature in the hopes that I'd be praised. I thought SOS meant save our souls instead, and jack shit, cause nobody came to help me when I told myself I quit. I trusted blindly, was it wrong for me to latch on tight? Cause I didn't realize nettles stung and apples weren't all white. Ignorance is bliss and maybe ignorance is fate, cause I didn't deserve heaven but I'm standing at its gate. Was I the only one to question anything they said? I take it back, I'll follow till I fly, till I'm dead. My immortal evolutionary traits are still intact. I am unapologetic for the empathy I lack. I left my body back in Cali, I'm not bothered to return. The taste of applesauce and vodka aren't my main concerns. Giving up is easy when the default's to survive. Cause a better life will only cost 3/4 and a 5. I'll meet you in the promised paradise we often preach. So I'd hope for liberation, but that isn't what we teach. My immortal evolutionary traits are still intact. I am unapologetic for the apathy I lacked. I left my body back in San Diego, Santa Fe. They could tell me fucking nonsense with the knowledge I'd obey.
That one was even more fitting. I liked that one a lot.
I love her songs.
Also, I just realized I know this artist. She's the one who did Unsweetened Lemonade. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she is.
I love that song.
And it's really good.
Miller Purple Heart said, I'm groovin', it's a sad groove, a groove of sadness.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. The songs, I don't really relate to Captaineer. They just give off the vibes that I want when I'm like Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
Second Chances.
Yeah,
Gregory Allen Zakov is a good artist too.
it's really interesting to make playlists. I have a bittersweet like engineer Captaineer playlist, with like Lover Is a Day by Kuko and stuff like that. TV Girls on there.
Ooh, I need to get more serious about making one.
Yeah, it's really
I
fun.
love this. Gotta listen to more. Even if the other songs aren't Captaineer, they can be something. Perhaps just awesome songs.
Yes, her songs are really good, and she made an album, and it's coming out like soon,
Yeah, I
sometime
really
soon.
like Unsweetened Lemonade. I listened to that one a lot.
Hmm.
I think it was just randomly recommended on YouTube at one point, and I ended up clicking on it.
Yeah, and Sweet Lemonade got really popular.
That makes sense. Because I was like, her voice was sounding familiar, and I was like, wait a second. So I looked her up, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's fun when that happens. It adds some context. Like,
she's only released singles, and this is her first album. It's like an hour song.
ugh, that's so exciting.
No, I can't wait.
Especially since I liked these two, I should check out some of her other music. I don't normally listen by artist. I usually just like if I like a lot of songs that happen to be by the same artist, I'm like, yeah, I probably like this artist, but I almost never go through and like listen to a whole playlist. I mean, a whole album.
Hmm. I do that. I did that. That's usually how I find good songs. There's this did that with 21 Pilots, did that with Eminem, did that with
Oh
Weird
yeah.
Al,
Sometimes
and
I'll go and listen to their top songs, like go by
Mhm.
popular, but you know.
Yeah, I just did that with Death Cab for Cutie.
Oh yeah, I think I know that group.
They have that I Will Follow You into the Dark song.
Oh, okay. The issue
Yeah.
is that my memory's also terrible, so I could know an artist more, and then it's just head empty, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad we'll have to see, because I figure I think it's fine to just include copywritten material. I don't know how much it matters, because I was just trying to decide if we wanted to, because there are because some people are asking to add music to theirs, and there
Mm.
are some copyright free music to do that, but I'm like, I don't know if people want to or not, you know?
Yeah.
But with this, we might as well. Like, who cares? I think it's fine. I don't think we'll get taken down or anything. I don't think it's a copyright strike. I think it's just it gets claimed, and we're not trying to make music or make money on it anyway. So
Yeah. I mean, they'll catch it when they do the copyright check.
that makes sense. But are they usually okay with you just posting it, or they'll say if there's an issue?
I have not tried, but I know they do a copyright check.
They do. I think. I think I saw that.
I think if you do have copyrighted songs, they'll just um cut out that part
Oh,
that has
maybe.
the sound in it.
I'll see. I'll test it because I'm editing Ghosties right now, and they wanted me to add some music in, so I'll see.
Yeah.
Because I want to be
Miller
able to
Purple
include
Heart said, varies by artist and who owns the rights to the music.
that makes
Yeah.
sense. Because I want to include these in, um, but yeah.
Doesn't not say anything about whether you can use it or not.
We'll see. I'll add it and then you know
See
we'll
what
see what
happens.
happens. Because I
Yeah.
can always re-upload them. Like I'm gonna check to see if the presenters who have already gone, if they want me to add music to theirs, because we hadn't thought about that option before. Because I'm gonna play
Yeah.
mine from my browser during my PowerPoint, but I know a lot of people didn't think about that, so
Mhm.
it's easy to add.
I know I did a stream once where I was just doing homework and I had like a 10-hour video of Minecraft music
Oh,
and
I love
they
stuff
took
like that.
it down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How do those people get away with it? Everybody posts stuff like that.
I have no idea. Maybe they just hated me.
Yeah, they're like, we'll do that one. We got that one right there.
Mhm.
But yeah, how are we feeling? We're at 2.5 hours. I think it's less than that once I cut out the beginning because we were setting up for a little bit. But
Yeah, we were. I think we started at like 3:10, 3:11.
oh yeah, that makes sense. I'll have to go in and turn down the TTS a little bit. Turn down the volume.
It was really loud,
Yeah,
and I can't read.
I think if I can like lower its volume for next time.
Mhm.
But that would have to be something that everybody individually does, you know, where you like right click it and lower the volume. But at least for the recording, I'll turn it down a little. I'm just bracing for the TTS to be loud.
Miller Purple Heart said, maybe before you enable it next time, warn everyone to adjust that setting before anyone types.
Yeah, I gotta add a bot channel too, so people can like set nicknames and stuff if they want to. That's on my list. I'll do an announcement soon to talk about what else we got coming up and the fact that things might be chaotic on my end for a while and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's fine. I don't know. I could move. I could have already moved this time next month, or I could not move for another like 6 months. So we'll see. But yeah, how we feeling, Jay? Do you want to wrap up? Do you got some more stuff you want to cover?
Hmm. No, I think I'm all good.
This was really good. You've given me so many new ideas and like drawing ideas and stuff like that.
Yes.
With
It
like
was
all
nice
the
to like. Oh, you can go ahead.
I was just gonna say with all the content that you guys have like inspired me with, I feel like anytime I create something I have to be like special thanks to the server. Like
Miller Purple Heart said, literally your ideas are very inspirational.
You. Oh my god. It was nice to just like try to not try. I did establish a timeline ish.
yeah,
Ideas.
just kind of like get your brain and just like flatten it out on like a piece of paper or in this case a PowerPoint.
It was nice to do that.
Rolling it out with a rolling pin like but yeah, I really want to get the three that I haven't uploaded yet uploaded tonight. They just take so long to render, so we'll see, but I'm excited. I know there's a few people want to catch up on. There was a few people who wanted the archives from last week.
Yeah. I can't wait to see them.
Did you want me to add music to yours whenever there's not like obviously I'll pause it for the time when you played music, but because I can like play some background lo-fi or something. Otherwise we could just chill. The ones that were posted first, those don't have any music in them or anything.
Trying to think of how long it was quiet.
Well, at the beginning, well, I'll cut out the stuff at the beginning, but just, you know, like I'll have music playing in the back of mine just so it's like ambiance, you know, like
Maybe, yeah, maybe some music, some lo-fi.
yeah, yeah, and that way I'll check with whoever has already gone to, because we
Mhm.
hadn't thought to do that, but yeah, thank you for presenting. It was really good. My brain is
Thank,
full.
thank you. It was fun to do. It was better than doing a presentation in high school.
Yeah, yeah, I hope so. That shit always sucked.
Mm-hmm. It's easier because it was something that I actually really wanted.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's been really fun to see everybody so far. We
I
still have a
know.
good amount to go. I think after this weekend we're what, halfway? I think?
I gotta check that.
Cuz that's exciting. It's going fast.
After Sparks, it's tomorrow. We have 4 left.
Really? Oh my
Yeah,
god. Yeah. Well, cuz I guess that's no, that's is this the third week? It is, isn't it?
pretty sure.
Wow. Look at us go. It's been so fun so far.
It's been really fun.
And we'll have to do another round
Miller
eventually.
Purple Heart said, "This was an awesome presentation."
Thank you, Miller.
Okay, well if
Look,
you're all wrapped up, then I'll get this edited and exported and we'll be all set to go.
hell yeah. This is fun. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.